divert attention away from me.
All right, welcome to Deadheaddaddy's Creepy Things. I am your host, normally masked, the Deadheaddaddy, and we're going to do a special episode today with the guys from EctoVision Paranormal, Shawn and Eric, and they're just going to talk to us for a little bit. So, how you doing, guys?
Very good. Thanks for having us, Mike.
I'm glad to have you. So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves and a little bit of what you guys do as part of EVP.
Okay. Well, my name's Eric McGill. I founded EctoVision Paranormal, and basically what we do is we go into people's homes when they contact us, and we set up equipment, and we look for signs of unusual activity.
Mm-hmm.
Some people refer to it as paranormal activity, and what we'll do then at that point is go through a rigorous debunking process, and if we can't explain the activity, then we'll share that with our clients.
Right.
So that's essentially what we do. We do not try to, make something out of nothing.
Right.
When we won't try to say, well, we heard this spirit in a recording, so it must be your grandmother. That's not our job to do that. We have no way of knowing that.
Right.
So we'll just throw that out there. But yeah, that's essentially what we do is we go into people's homes and we just try to capture unusual things that might be happening.
Awesome.
We also go to other famous haunted locations.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to Ohio State Reformatory, Licking County Jail. Nice.
Gotta wear my Ohio State shirt.
Right.
We went there yesterday. So.
Nice. Randolph County Infirmary, just to name a couple. We have a big one coming up, the Hinsdale House.
Cool.
And we make documentaries about those. Actually, Eric directs and makes those documentaries.
Painstakingly.
I know how that works.
Right, and we always share only the best of the best. If we have any doubt in our minds that it's explainable, or we think we might be somebody talking in a distance or something, we do not use it. We only use things that we cannot explain in any way. And we even have a more rigorous process when we're doing it for home investigations, because then we're dealing with personal clients.
Right.
So.
And Shawn, what specifically do you bring to EVP? I know that I forget the term you used when I watched the video in Randolph, but you're, I don't want to say a medium or whatever, but I can't think of the right word.
Okay. Well, I'm the team manager.
Right.
And I do all sorts of different things for the team.
Mm-hmm.
I debunk everything. We're very, very lucky. We have a gentleman, Tom. He's awesome. He reviews all of our camera footages. We set up 8 cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Well, up to 8 cameras plus a thermal camera. Plus we have our camera guys that are going through the building with us.
Mm-hmm.
We have one guy who's retired and watches everything for us.
Wow.
Right? And
that would be cool hobby though.
I know. I hope he enjoys it because he spends a lot of time doing it. And then I get the segment process where I get to watch everything that he finds. And it's awesome. And I try to explain it.
Okay.
And it kind of goes from there. And I also will do a lot with our website and other social media things with the team. And we all kind of share responsibility when it comes to all the other odds and ends. There's a lot of work that goes into being on a paranormal team. Right. And I am actually an empath.
Oh, that's the word I was looking for. I knew
so,
there was the word. Right.
So with that, your little mini-me fell.
Oh, we'll fix it later.
Okay. But I'm an empath, and what that means is I feel energies around me. I don't really know if that's really anything special from what other people feel, but it's something that I've experienced almost my entire life. And when I was kind of told that I had that, gift, it really answered a lot of questions for me. Cool. And it made things make better sense for me with the way I live my life. Right. So, it just means I feel things. I've actually felt messages, and it's just in having intuition, maybe a stronger intuition to like what's around me. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
like if somebody's really upset, there's times when I'll be at work and I will feel depressed out of nowhere.
Wow.
And if I don't know that it's mine, my energy, my own, then it can seriously ruin my day.
Wow.
So I have to be very mindful of it. So, yeah.
All right. All right. Well, for people that aren't as familiar with what a paranormal investigation is, why don't you kind of tell us about how you got started, what you guys do specifically, and maybe some things coming up.
Okay. Well, I started the team about 3 years ago, and the reason I started this team was kind of a direct result of some of the experiences that I had as a child.
Mm-hmm.
As a child, when you have paranormal experiences, you don't really know what's going on.
Right.
You think God knows what. It's not until you get a little older, you get a little wiser, that you realize that what happened, what you experienced, could not have been anything other than something paranormal.
Right.
So, as an adult, you want to learn more and you want to explore. And the best way to do that is to, I guess if you're starting out, join another team.
Right.
You don't want to just jump into starting your own team because it's a lot of work and you don't know what you're getting into.
Right.
So, I joined another team, and you don't always agree with the way other people do things. So,
Right.
sometimes you gotta, part ways and hopefully keep things on good terms. And I started this team, EctoVision Paranormal,
Mm-hmm.
and since then, it's just been going to people's homes, doing these documentaries to help promote our team and promote the locations. That's important. I know that Deadheaddaddy goes and promotes locations,
Yes,
local.
they do.
Good
Mhm.
job. So yeah, we like to do that for historical locations. We like to go to these places, promote them,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully raise some awareness of real paranormal activity.
Right.
And that's essentially what we do on the Facebook end of things. But behind the scenes, it gets a little complicated. As Shawn was kind of explaining it to you a little earlier, we'll get a phone call from somebody who's having some trouble in their home,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll talk to them, we'll ask them questions, and based on our experience, we kind of know the right questions to ask
Right.
to see if there's potentially something causing the activity that might be conventional,
Right.
just like a conventional cause, I should say. Something that we can explain for them so that they're not so uneasy in the meantime.
Right.
So we'll go through and we'll ask them these questions, and sometimes we can't really help them over the phone.
Right.
So we'll set up a date, we'll set up a time, we'll maybe come out and speak to them in person. If we do that and we feel that a private home investigation is merited,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll set something up and we'll go into their home and we'll set up all of our equipment. Set up, sometimes 8 cameras, static cameras. We call them static because they sit and they just film static. Real boring.
Right.
If you're sitting there watching it, it's just a lot of static noise, nothing going on. But we set these up, then we go and set different gadgets in front of them, things to detect vibration, possible movement, or EMF fluctuations. An EMF is an electromagnetic frequency or field,
Right.
and these things are set up to detect disruptions in the fields around it. So, if you get an anomalous spike, then, we'll be able to kind of detect that and see it on camera.
Right.
We have a thermal video camera that we set up, and with that, we haven't really caught much on that video-wise, but it's a very, very affirming piece of equipment. If you set that up and you capture something on it,
Right.
you got something. There's really no explaining that sort of thing away.
Right.
EVPs It can capture electric voice phenomena. It's a definably, this is a term that's used in the paranormal community to explain how a spirit voice is captured onto a digital audio recorder or a video, the recording device. So
Right.
if you capture something that you hear on video or audio, audio-wise, I should say, and you didn't hear it at the time that it was captured, or maybe you did, but you couldn't explain where the source of it came from, a lot of times we'll classify that as an EVP.
Right.
So,
Did you need to add all that?
Well, actually, my favorite piece of equipment that we use is our RT EVP recorders.
Right.
When you watch our videos, you'll actually see us I wear big headphones. They're actually studio headphones, and Eric and Amber use earbuds, and you'll also see our two newest members using them as well. Basically, what they are digital recorders that you hear live time, and it actually amplifies the sound around us as well. The idea is to hopefully hear an EVP live.
Right. And I remember actually you talking about that a little bit in the Randolph that you just posted. I remember you talking about that. So yeah, I can tell you really dig those. That's cool.
Yeah, we love it a lot. I mean, we get really excited when we capture these voices. It's an honor to us.
yes.
And so we get very excited. We can hear it live when we're there on location. That not only helps us investigate better, but it adds to our personal experience. So it's definitely one of our favorites. And of course, we have the regular tools that we use: the K2 meter, the Mel meter. Eric mentioned some other devices like
REM pods.
Yeah, REM pods. We have a prop object. It's a dog.
Yes,
you saw that one.
The dog is a big hit.
It's huge, especially in the Licking County Jail. We had awesome experience, actually a couple awesome experiences with that dog. And it's not really something that is seen a lot at locations, so it does get a lot of reaction from the living and beyond. So that's actually another one of my favorites. So we just try everything. We're gonna be trying new things as well.
Good.
We're always looking for new ways.
And I thought of something while you were talking about that. It's just that. But by the way, I am gonna plug this really quick. This is a book by Lloyd Auerbach. It's called ESP Hauntings and Poltergeists: A Parapsychologist's Handbook. And this book came out right after Ghostbusters in like 1984, 85. And as a kid, I read this thing front to cover. And one of the big things that I really liked about this book, trying to learn about what parapsychology is, investigating the paranormal, is the goal is to debunk it, like you said. And so first, and then if you can't debunk it, then there's something there.
Exactly.
So I was just thinking, as you guys were talking about the equipment, a lot of this obviously can help in the debunking as well. Like you said,
Absolutely.
you may not get anything on camera, that that can back it up if you were really out to debunk something as well.
You also have to understand too that in a lot of cases, anything can set off some of our devices. So we have to take that into account too.
Right.
This isn't something where we just blindly believe that if a REM pod goes off, we just automatically go, hey, that was a ghost.
Right.
Or a demon.
Right. They're not
We don't
going
do
into
that.
people's houses,
No, we don't
flipping
do
over
that.
the furniture and pulling out proton packs.
Right.
They're not doing that.
Not doing that.
It would be cool, but they're not.
A lot of fun.
All right, cool. Awesome.